Hey everyone, JT here, and I just got done watching Weird, the Al Yankovic Story, now streaming on the Roku channel. Now, I've been a fan of Weird Al for a long time. I, of course, love his parodies like Yoda, Eat It, Smells Like Nirvana, Amish Paradise, but also original songs like Dare to Be Stupid, Everything You Know Is Wrong, and Albuquerque. If you've watched me before, you'll know that I'm not a fan of most biopics. They tend to copy and paste the same formula, the same dramatic story beats, and take a lot of liberties with the truth. But not this film. No, it is a 100% accurate retelling of the tragic story of Weird Al Yankovic, his highly publicized relationship with Madonna, and has no story embellishments at all. At least that's what Weird Al says. I don't know. I didn't bother to do any research for this film. But if this doesn't sweep the Oscars, nothing should. In all seriousness, it is a very funny satire on these over-the-top biopics, with a particular notable homage to the Doors movie, along with Walk the Line, Bohemian Rhapsody, and even UHF. I found myself laughing hard at so many moments. I was a big fan of the original Funny or Die short that came out years earlier with Aaron Paul of Breaking Bad fame playing Al. This time, Al is played by Daniel Radcliffe. Supposedly, Aaron was supposed to cameo in a scene, but he had COVID the day of shooting and couldn't do it. But he still gave his blessing for the film. While it was just meant to be a gag, so many fans, including myself, kept asking if a real movie was ever going to be made, and well, Al finally decided to make it. It's fun to see Al himself playing the record executive who turns down the artist, and there's lots of visible appearances to keep an eye out for. If I'm being honest, it does get a little bit much at the end, but then again, they are satirizing these Oscar bait movies, so it makes sense. The credits are definitely worth watching, not just for a mid-credit sequence, but also a new song of Al's called Now You Know, which for my music-savvy friends is in 7/4. Neat tune. Ultimately, I do recommend Weird, the Al Yankovic Story. If you're a Weird Al fan, it's a must-see. And even if you're not a Weird Al fan, I think you'll still find it funny. But you don't have to take it from me. I had the amazing opportunity to sit down right here with Weird Al himself in this 100% real, not fake interview. Let's hear what he had to say. Weird Al Yankovic, it's so great to finally sit down and chat with you, and I think we really need to thank all of my adoring fans for helping to put this interview together.
The fans absolutely made that happen.
They really did. And your fans put together an amazing advertising campaign for Weird, the Al Yankovic Story, going as far as breaking into people's homes, strapping them to chairs, and forcing them to watch this film.
The simple fact that I have fans out there that would go through that kind of time and trouble and energy to do something crazy like that, I mean, that means the world to me.
So I really was surprised to learn so many shocking facts from this completely unfabricated biopic. Most notably that you are in fact a zombie.
That's one of the reasons why I've been able to hang around in this business so long.
It sounds about right. But I mean, how do you tackle everyday tasks like eating or keeping your flesh from decaying?
I don't wake up in the morning figuring out every specific detail of of the day.
Well, it might make things difficult for awards season. I don't think they give awards to zombies.
Oh, what am I going to do now?
Oh, that's okay. There's certainly other great performances here. Dan Radcliffe plays you.
He's like the most popular guy in the known universe right now.
Yeah, he was in a series of movies that were kind of popular, and I don't know, I never saw them. But Evan Rachel Wood plays Madonna. Lin-Manuel Miranda of Hamilton fame, he's like a surgeon. Even Jack Black plays Wolfman Jack. That whole pool party sequence is like a plethora of cool cameos. What was it like when the cameras stopped rolling and you got to sit down and have lunch with all these cool people?
I sort of ate at the nerd table.
Well, that's too bad. You also have a whole conflict with drug lord Pablo Escobar. Did you two really know each other in real life?
He wrote some very glowing and complimentary things about me in his personal journals.
Ah, well, that's nice. So many of your most well-known songs are about food. Is food really the funniest subject for a parody?
Yeah, I mean, I think that informs a lot of the comedy, I think.
Well, early on in the history of rock and roll, a lot of well-known songs were about cars, like Maybelline or Mustang Sally. How come you didn't take as much influence from Cars or driving?
I wasn't able to get a driver's license.
Ah, well, that makes sense. Now, a lot of rock stars have cited growing up seeing the Beatles on The Ed Sullivan Show or Jimi Hendrix in the Woodstock movie as influencing their art. But you've cited watching Hugh Hefner's Playboy After Dark as your inspiration.
I was a big fan of the show growing up. I discovered it when I was maybe 12, 13 years old.
Let's move on. Now, you've been very active in the community as well. You've been very outspoken against vandalism, asking people not to burn down buildings or bridges.
I've just, felt that it's better not to burn bridges.
Well, good on you for taking that stance. So I decided to let the fans ask some questions, and by far the most asked question was, what sexual positions are you best at? Really?
I do everything just well enough to get by and to do what I do.
Okay, little TMI.
I'm very hands-on when I'm
Okay. Well, we got to wrap up this interview, but before we do, have you listened to my music?
Yeah. This is my kind of music.
Ah, gee, thanks.
Some of the songwriting was pretty sophomoric.
Okay. Well, Al, I really want to thank you for taking the time to speak with me. Best of luck with the film, and, well, if you're not doing anything this afternoon, want to go bowling?
I do.
All right, let's do it. Weird, the Al Yankovic Story is now streaming on the Roku channel, whatever that is. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all next time.